let me introduce myself very briefly. My name is also Connolly, and I think you've seen me in the program. I work at a school which is called BKC. Don't ask me what it means, it's just BKC. International House Moscow. Okay, so we are part of the big International House of the Association of Language Schools. And we are proud to be the biggest of all the schools in the world. So the association is an international enterprise, and we are part of it, okay? I work as a director of studies for the school, and also as a teacher trainer. I'm involved in running different teacher training programs. Maybe you've heard about CELTA, maybe you've heard about TKT, maybe you've heard about Delta even. So I do all of that as well as other things. And today I'm very, very happy to be here, to meet my colleagues, lovely, wonderful ladies. I can't see any gentlemen for some reason, okay? And today we're going to talk about fun. Hopefully have some fun. Maybe not, you'll tell me at the end. And we're going to talk about, in particular, having fun and what it means in an adult classroom. So it's more about adult learners rather than younger learners. Because we believe that adults want to have some fun as well as young learners, and they deserve it. Yeah? Lovely. Everybody is welcome. Please come in. There's one more chair here, one more chair behind. Yeah, behind those chairs, if you like. There's one more chair. Yeah. Okay. Feel free. Oh, we have one gentleman at least. All right. So, to start with, we're going to play some games. I'm not very original. It's trendy games. Okay. We're going to play some games, but when we're playing these games, I want you to reflect what your emotional reaction to it is. And don't worry if it is not necessarily positive, okay? Don't worry about that. Just, register your reaction, okay? Great. You know what? You know my name, but I don't think it's fair. I don't know your names, okay? And my friend, Bella, my little friend, she will help us with this. I'm throwing my toy to one of you. You say, my name's Olga, okay? And then you throw it to somebody else, and you say, oh, my name's Sasha, whatever, okay? Ready? Hello. My name's Olga.
My name is Natalie. My name is Olga.
My name is Olga.
My name is Tamara.
My name is Anna.
My name is Natalia.
My name is Yana.
My name is Natalia.
Okay, thank you. So, this is a game. We play the name game. It can be a toy, it can be a ball. I didn't have a ball, that's why it's a toy. Okay. Remember, think about your emotional reaction to that. I'm sorry we didn't throw my lovely dog to everybody, but, well, sorry about that. You know what? Tomorrow is my best friend's birthday. Okay? And I'm very happy about that. And we're going to have a party and everything, and I'm going to bring her a present. And what do we normally do when we have a party? We give a present. What do we do?
Drink.
Well, afterwards maybe. We sing a happy birthday song, you're right. Okay, now we're going to sing a happy birthday song to my friend. And her name is, surprise, surprise? Of course, yes. Okay. Now, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Olga. Happy birthday to you. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, I'm sure my friend is very, very happy. Although she can't hear it, but I'll tell her about it. Okay. Have you ever played the game which is called tic-tac-toe? Mm-hmm. Yeah? What is another name for the game?
Noughts and crosses.
Yeah, yes. Noughts and crosses, actually. Okay, since we don't have a board, prepared noughts and crosses for you. I know that not everybody can see it from the back, but it's something strange about these noughts and crosses. What did you notice? Phonemic script, exactly. Okay, but it's noughts and crosses. Remember, this part of our class, all right? We'll divide it over here. You are knots, all right? And you are crosses. Lots of crosses here. Okay, but anyway, what can we do? If you know what the word is, with your partners, you decide which word you want, and you tell me and guess it. So, knots or crosses, who starts?
Crosses.
I think knots should start. You know why? It's fairer. There are so many people here, okay? So, you guys, you start. Which square do you want?
The middle.
The middle.
The middle.
The trendy. The trendy. The trendy. Well done. So, this one? Yeah. Okay, what is the word? Can you spell it?
TRVMDY.
Wonderful. So we have knots here. Crosses.
Left corner.
Left.
Deer.
This one?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. How do you spell it?
DIGEAR.
Excellent. Crosses. Okay, knots. Your turn.
Right on the
Moscow.
This one?
Which for?
Which one?
What for?
Yeah.
What for?
I don't know.
I don't agree. Okay, games.
Yes.
Games.
Left.
Left one. Yeah.
Okay. Can you spell it? How? Excellent.
Well,
This one.
yeah, this one.
Okay. Can you spell it?
WELCOME.
Yeah. Sorry, not.
Teachers.
Which one?
Upwards.
In the middle. Yeah. How do you spell it? Correct?
In.
Okay. You choose this one, okay? The spelling is quite obvious. I'm not even going to ask you. Okay, right? What do you choose?
English.
Can you spell it, please? Yeah. Okay. Spell it. Yeah. Okay. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a draw. It's a draw, everybody. Congratulations, you won. Okay, can you read it?
Yeah. Well,
Dear teachers, welcome to the English game.
Yeah. Okay, well done, well done. So, there's another little activity. Now, have you ever played broken telephone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I whisper something to one person. Again, we're not going to do it across the room, but to one person, and then you pass it on to another person, okay? I'll probably start with the crosses now. Okay, we'll stop here. You understand the point? What's the word?
no way.
Is it correct? How do you spell it?
NOWAY.
N-O-W-A. Yeah, wonderful. Chalk. It's been a while since I last. Okay. Why? Okay, what is it?
No way.
Is it no way or no way?
It's no way.
Well, how did I
Was it no way?
You remember? Where's the stress?
Ah.
No, I made a deliberate effort to pronounce it this way. I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, no way. So I pronounced it no way. However, it can arrive as no way. Yeah, it's a different word. Okay, very nice. Now, with your partners, I want you to compete against each other. It's the last one, I promise. In 2 minutes, you're going to write as many vegetables as you can think of. As many vegetables as you can think of. Ready? Steady. Go. Yeah, somebody uses modern technology. Well done.
It's not fair.
Yeah, it's very urgent just before Easter. Everybody has followed the Lent. Yeah. Still a little bit of time. Is it against each other in here? Just a sec. Okay, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, stop. Put your pens down. Now turn to your partner, compare your lists, and tell me who the winner is, okay? Yeah. Okay. Now, do you have the winners in your group? Yeah. We're going to celebrate your victory. Please raise your hands if you are the winner. Oh, right. Yeah, I should have a vegetable, so I get another round. Okay. Right, how many winners do we have? Raise your hands. Ooh, round of applause. Well done, you know all the vegetables. Okay. I'm not going to check whether you really wrote vegetables. I hope your partners, because God knows what vegetables are. Well, okay. Remember, at the beginning, I asked you to try and register your reaction to these games. Okay? Now, here, what we had, activities, a ball name game, remember? Okay. It wasn't a ball, a toy, that one. Singing a song, we did it. Playing a tic-tac-toe, that sort of thing, okay? A little modification. Broken telephone, yes. This is what we didn't do, but imagine. You did a role play, a parent and a teenager. I thought it would be dangerous. And a team competition, something like who remembers the most vegetables. All right? Now, with the people sitting next to you or standing next to you, tell each other what reactions you personally had to these games. And don't worry if you don't agree or if you don't have the same reaction. Off we go with your partners. I found Right. Just shout out what different emotions you had for different games. Just, I felt jealousy.
I don't remember the name.
Fear, yeah?
No, feeling of
Feeling of, what is the emotion? Do you like it, not like it?
I like.
Okay, so you were happy about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, you were excited, maybe. Excitement.
I don't like the competitions. What should I do?
So, what is your feeling?
A little bit. I don't like maybe that stress or maybe
Stress,
I'm afraid
uncomfortable, fear, yeah. Sometimes, yeah, you can get the prize.
What is it? Like pleasure?
Okay, you felt happy. Anything else?
Yes.
Maybe embarrassed, yeah, like singing song to a friend we don't know. And to be honest, is it common to sing a song before the birthday in the Russian tradition?
No.
No, we don't normally celebrate birthday, and it's kind of bad luck in a way. Yeah, I hope nothing bad will happen to my friend. Okay. But it might be like, oh no, we don't normally do it. You see, the reactions were different. What do you think? Will your students' reaction be different to these activities? Okay. Should we bear it in mind when we decide, when we plan to do it or not to do it in class? Okay. And the students are different. If you have, for example, a group, some students might be happy to do it, others might be disappointed or stressed. Okay. So, we are getting to the... the reaction, actually, to the event, to an activity, depends on the meaning this particular situation or event has for the individual. What meaning does it have to you? If it is meaningful, maybe you have more positive reaction. If it is not meaningful, say, why are we doing it? Why are we throwing this toy? Yeah, it's just stupid. Yeah. Okay. What is fun for the teacher? It's not necessarily fun for the students. This is another thing to bear in mind. Yeah.
You should agree, vice versa.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, yeah. What do you think, when you have some logical thinking, like cognitive attitude to something, and emotional attitude to something, what overweighs? Emotional. Yes, you're absolutely right. And this is true, it is confirmed by research that the brain prioritizes emotion over cognitive processes. That means, if everything makes sense, and everything is very useful, and we think it's useful, but the students for some reason have a negative reaction to it, they won't appreciate it. And then all this usefulness will go out of the window. Okay? So this is another thing to bear in mind. Well, how do we decide whether... Oh, yeah. You see, we're very up to date. Very up to date. How do we decide whether we like it or not? Apparently, there are some criteria how we appreciate activities or events in our life in general. This is called appraisal of events, suggested by Schumann, by the author. There is a set of criteria. Novelty of the event, whether it's new or not, familiar or not familiar. And it doesn't necessarily mean if it is familiar it's bad, unfamiliar it's good. No, there is no direct correlation. In some circumstances, something familiar will be pleasant. In others, we want to have something new. I mean, it's very complex, it's not direct. Also pleasantness, basically whether we enjoy it or not. Okay? Goal conduciveness. That means whether whatever we do is in harmony with our purpose or objective. If we're about to pass an important exam and the teacher plays a toy game in class, they might think, maybe it's all right, but in some other occasion it doesn't help me to fulfill my objective. Okay? So it should correlate with your objectives at this moment. Coping potential, whether it's challenging enough, too challenging, or maybe just no effort at all. Yeah? So the level of challenge is very important for appreciation of the activity. And also self-compatibility. That means whether it's in harmony with social and cultural norms and with your personal personal idea of these norms. It's an example about happy birthday songs before the birthday. Or another example, for example, do you often start your lesson with a small talk? Like, what's the weather like? What did you do at the weekend? Do you often do that?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Well, yeah, we do that. Is it okay, appropriate for our culture? Do people do that? Yeah. Okay. In some cultures, it's not a norm. Let it be. They want to go straight to the point. In others, this leading, this warmer, will be longer than we expect. Okay? So again, if you do it straight to the point, and the students are not ready, and they say, "Ooh, what about small talk?" Yeah, they might not be happy. Okay? So this awareness of cultural, personal, and social norms, it also affects our appreciation of events. Well, these are the criteria for appreciation. Do you want another game?
Yes.
Of course, why not? Okay, this is a game that everybody knows. Oops. It's called a hangman. Oh, yeah, again. Just it's not made up by myself. Reference. Hangman, yes? Yes. And this is the word. Okay, shout out your letters. I'm going to work on the board because I can't write on A. Okay, letter, but raise your hand before you shout out, okay? Letter A.
K.
Sorry?
K.
K.
Y. Y.
Y. Y. I need to check actually, it's spelling wrong. Yeah, I'm a real teacher. I have my backup, okay? Sorry. Yeah.
C.
B.
B.
B. C will be next. I promise. Okay. No, sorry. That's not C. Who said B?
T.
B said.
Yeah.
Somebody said B?
I said B.
Oh, somebody said C. Who said C?
C. C.
C, okay. No. The gentleman here.
T. Teacher.
T teacher. No, sorry.
M.
B.
E.
O. O. No. Oh my God, what's happening?
I.
I.
O.
N.
Oh, we had. Okay.
E.
E. E. We have E. Wonderful. Any more?
N.
N. No. No N. W.
S.
No S.
M.
The last letter, guys.
B.
The last. One arm and that's it. B. P. Sorry. Okay, what's the word? Shall we continue?
Yeah.
Oh, we can continue till maybe the sound goes down, okay? So, this is the word. It is a word. Yes. Quagmire. Yes, you can see now. Quagmire. Does anybody know what it means? Well, it's actually, there are two meanings. One meaning is it's basically bog, swamp, some moist ground. And another meaning is figurative. It's used in politics. This is kind of a confusing situation. So I'm in a quagmire, usually bogged down in a quagmire. That means I'm in a very confusing, difficult situation. This is what it means. Okay. How useful is it? We played a game. You know what? We played a game. Think about this. And I give you half a minute to reflect on this. How much do you appreciate this event, this game, and why? All right? You can discuss it with the people sitting or standing next to you.
For some.
All right. Okay. So, what do you think? Novelty. Was it a familiar game to you?
Yes.
Yeah. So there was no novelty. Do you play it in the classroom?
Yes.
Pleasantness, very subjective. But some of you might find it fun. But others, did anybody feel bored?
No.
Especially if you couldn't get. Okay. Okay. What about the goal? For the purpose
Well, I
and for
think
the.
it depends on the group. Yeah,
Yeah.
because if it's a kind of business group, yeah, business studies,
Right.
it can be useful, the word, I mean. Yeah,
Yes.
but if it's just general English, I don't think they will appreciate this word.
Absolutely.
They will
Yeah.
not use it.
Very, very good
No,
comment.
the goal is to have fun. Just have fun.
No, the goal
Is it a goal?
check.
Is it a valid goal? That's our big question of the seminar. Yes.
For the students.
To check vocabulary.
If it is revision, maybe. So, what level do you think the students are? Revision, at least advanced, or maybe proficiency. It's not a very common word for other levels. Can you imagine presenting that? I think it's something in correlation with what you said. If the students are of intermediate level, even if they are interested in politics, that's a little bit beyond. And this goes to copy. There's no way, even in this audience of advanced proficient speakers of English, even in this audience, it was too challenging. Nobody knew the word, or not many of us knew the word, all right? So again, it kind of gives some frustration to the students. What's the point of revising the alphabet? Seriously? At the advanced level? Okay? Right. Self-compatibility. Somebody mentioned something about the hangman as it is.
So in fact, for us, maybe, I don't know, for our culture it's okay to play this game, yeah, but for some cultures it not be
Absolutely.
good, yeah, because hangman is something.
Yeah.
Execute.
Yeah, even some children and parents don't like something.
Yeah, in the schools, I know in some schools it's even forbidden to play hangman. Yeah, parents don't want it at all. And they did some other variations with the shark, and with the monster. I don't know how less violent it is, but still quite. Anyway, however, I agree with you, those comments who said, yes, it is possible to adapt this game or use it. Of course, if you play this game for 20 minutes of your lesson, I say 20 minutes of your lesson are wasted, okay? Because if the only purpose is to revise the alphabet, it can be done in a better way, more efficient way. However, if it is a short leading to the topic of politics, or if the word is different, and again it leads to something like brainstorming or some discussion about politics, about this and that, then it might be absolutely justified, yeah, this game. You see, it depends on the objective, okay? So just pure fun, for the sake of having fun, is not satisfactory. We need to think about other things. And actually, again, a little bit of research here. Have you heard of positive emotion, theory of positive emotions? Yeah. Well, Broaden and Build theory, proposed by Barbara Fredrickson in these years, again, quite recent. She was researching positive emotions, and she said that positive emotions help us to think in a more diverse and creative way, broaden people's attention if we are positively involved, broadens the way we think and act, so we can start thinking outside the box, that sort of effect, and bring happiness. Positive emotions bring happiness. But what is happiness? Is it so simple?
No, it's different for everybody.
Absolutely. And happiness in psychology and psychology, psychological linguistics, let's put it this way, okay? In this sense, happiness has kind of two dimensions. One dimension, this is what we're talking about, having fun at this moment, woo, yeah, okay? And then the fun kind of disappears, right? We can play football in our class, and for some people it might be fun, but what is the purpose? This is a very shallow, on the surface meaning of happiness. Yes, it can bring us some happiness now at this moment, but not as a long-term category. However, happiness that is long-lasting is a little bit different. So when we talk about fun, look, these are some definitions from the dictionary. I want you to look at the green words. Yeah? Just pay attention to that. Gaiety, merriment, not important or serious. Okay. If we talk about enjoyment, look at the definitions. Is it the same as fun? No. Any similarities? Can you see? Pleasure. Exactly. So if we compare, this is what we have for fun, very often, not important or serious, amusement, diversion, just to, for a change. Gaiety, merriment, and this is what we have for enjoyment. So it's a different dimension of happiness, experience, benefit, use, possession, I'm satisfied. And the only thing that they have in common is both of them bring pleasure, bring happiness. Okay? So when we think about making our students happy, so think about both dimensions, but what would be your priority? This one, that one? Enjoyment. Probably enjoyment. And enjoyment is associated with the flow. Have you heard the expression, the lesson had a nice flow? Yeah?
Smoothie.
Smooth, yeah.
Smooth,
Okay.
sorry.
What does it mean? The lesson had a nice flow. What is it for you? Again, talk to your partners very, very quickly. What would it mean to you?
What that must mean? Yes, I think friendly.
Okay, so what does it mean to you? Flow in the lesson. Yes. Energy. Whose energy?
Both from teacher and also from
Yeah, don't forget about learners when we talk about flow. It's not only for us, but for them as
and
well.
also like motivation and interest at the same time. So to maintain
They're
that.
interested. Excellent.
I think it's when one activity nicely flows into another activity and you cannot feel it. It is natural.
I think you talk about structure as well. Yeah. Logical. Yeah. Anything else?
Everybody's feeling comfortable.
Yes. That's very, very important. Anything else?
The tasks are appropriate probably in different according to the level and
Yes.
according to the aims.
Yes. You're absolutely right. So to summarize what you've said, that means learners, they are completely involved. They are doing something, and their concentrations are very deep on the task. They're not like, okay, maybe I'll just, what am I going to do after the class, or maybe I'll text my friend, whatever. Yeah? They are sufficiently challenged, and then they appreciate it, and there is a flow. Students have a purpose. They know why they are playing handball, or not playing it. They know how well they do, so they get the feedback from the teacher. They know where they did a good job and where they needed some help. Yeah? They're not worried about failing. This is what you were saying. They feel comfortable. They can make mistakes, but nobody's going to penalize them for that, or crucify, or hang them. Okay. Oops. I think I went in a different direction. And this is a very important thing. They develop their strengths rather than they fix their weaknesses. Just think for a moment. When we concentrate on negative things in class, we think, this is where they have difficulties. This is where they're not happy. I need to fix it. Instead, we're concentrating on what the students can do well and try to develop what they can do well. And making this progress is much more beneficial, and it provides a flow. Okay? Just think about what your students are good at and concentrate on this, developing. The rest will be fixed on its own, really. Very often it happens. Do you have anything else? Of course. This is an interesting one. They lose the ordinary self-conscious worry that characterizes daily life. In our daily life, am I going to be late or not? Am I going to do this or that? What about my children in the kindergarten? Yeah, we worry about all these small things to big things. When the students are involved, engaged, they stop worrying about that. Everything is structured, everything is organized, and they know the purpose. So this is the concept of flow. Does it kind of match what you think about the flow, what you discussed? Yeah. Any additions to that, possibly? Looks nice. Yes. Okay. Well, just to summarize our, I wouldn't say theoretical part, but yeah, background part of our seminar: fun and flow and enjoyment. Yes. What is fun for us and what is enjoyment?
Short-term, long-term.
Short-term fun, yeah. Enjoyment is deeper. It's deeper. Yes. Okay. And enjoyment, it characterizes by the flow. That means engagement and a deeper level of achieving happiness through positive emotions. Start writing the books. Okay. Well. Now, the most important question: how can we achieve it? That's it. That's your homework. Thank you very much. Okay. If we agree that fun is going to be only the form, but the content, what's inside, has a deeper meaning, yeah, more meaningful, then we can probably think about how we can change the appraisal of events. Remember this 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, what was that? Novelty, pleasantness. Yeah, these criteria. How we can change that in order to provide the flow and a deeper level of happiness. Okay. Some ideas. Do you do pronunciation drills in class?
Yep.
Yeah? What does it involve usually? It can be rhymes. Yeah, okay. So basically you say something, or some kind of model is provided, and the students repeat. Yeah. So for example, if we wanted to drill this new word, yeah, quagmire, everybody. Okay, exciting. Some people like it, others don't. Okay. Of course, we all know as teachers that working on pronunciation is very important, and it is very useful. We know that. But we probably, we're also aware that some adult learners don't feel very good about pronunciation drill. And what can they feel about it? Dull. Sometimes dull, yeah.
Shyness.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Irritation sometimes. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Look, we know as teachers it's very, very useful, but we understand the students don't like it. We can probably do something about it and include something, you know, an element of fun. As you said, okay, whispering. Why not? Okay, a change. Another way, for example, imagine you want to drill some food vocabulary. Yeah? A pizza, that's okay. And you want to drill these words. I'm going to say the word, and you repeat it the way you want. If you like it, repeat it enthusiastically, as if you just want to have a slice of pizza. If you don't like it, if you kind of so, repeat it in a certain way. So show me how much you like it. Show me. I need to know. And then I'll try to guess. That means you need to be really, really good at that. Okay, ready? Onions. Okay, I can see that not many people like onions. Okay. Milkshake. Much more enthusiastic. Excellent. Broccoli. Ooh, lots of healthy habits here. Mhm. French cheese.
Where is it?
Yes. Okay. That would be my reaction. Okay. Next, white wine. Not too bad. Okay. Right. What do you think we changed? Did we change the purpose?
No.
We didn't change the purpose. We still repeated and drilled. Yeah, normal. We changed maybe novelty because it's something new for some students it will be new, and also we probably changed. You said pleasantness, attitude. Yeah, possibly. Okay. So a little change like that. So drilling with different intonation. For example, you can drill food vocabulary. The same can be done with many other vocabulary items. Another interesting drilling idea. I think I need to skip something, but we'll get back to it. It's also a drilling idea. Have you heard of echoic memory? Echoic memory. It's basically whatever you do, even if you're not concentrated, you hear something, a message, and if you ask to repeat this message, you can still repeat the last few words. So it's just, even if you don't know what they mean, you can just repeat them. All right. So this echo memory, echoic drilling, can be used for drilling structures. How can it be organized? Well, I take just a book. It's one of the books that helped me to prepare this talk, by the way. Very good one. It's not written by me. It's not advertisement of myself. I'm going to read a text, and I will ask Natalia. Yeah, I will ask you to stop me at any point you want. As soon as Natalia claps her hands, you need to repeat the last words that you remember. Usually it's 5 words, 6 words. Well, it depends on the words as well. It's not going to be Quagmire. Quagmire, sorry. Okay.
To clap to stop you.
Yes, whenever you want. You decide when. Don't wait for 10 minutes. Reading to the end of the book. Okay. For teaching, it becomes apparent that if we can make it a long. It becomes apparent that if we wish to have happy learners, we must go beyond simplistic views, equating happiness with momentary joy and fun. While these remain important dimensions to incorporate into our classroom lives, you see how it works? Yeah. It's just a technique. In your classroom, it might be useful when you want to drill certain target language. For example, you have a grammar structure or some vocabulary which is beyond one word, which is phrases or chunks or collocations, and then you stop the recording. It can be a recording, it doesn't have to be reading aloud. Okay? It can be a recording, and you stop when the structure appears, and the students repeat the structure. And this is how you drill the structure. You see, the purpose is to drill some grammar structure, but the form is very different. And students are not even aware that they're drilling grammar sometimes. Can it be controlled by the teacher when to stop? Yes. Of course. Can it be controlled by students? No. Yes. Yes, they can. They can do that. Yeah. You can give an instruction. So after every present perfect continuous, you clap your hands, and your partner will be, or the whole class will be repeating the last 3 words. Okay? You can do that. Can they do it in pairs? Alternate and challenge each other? Yeah. Why not? Okay. So it's memory techniques plus a repetition which helps to articulate the language, and plus it's some resistance and memory. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, some ideas, very simple ideas. To be honest, you don't need to to change something tremendously. You don't have to have fireworks every lesson. Sometimes just a little twist in one of these, like a little bit of novelty, it might change the whole thing and give your students a sense of satisfaction. Okay. This is something that I often suggest to my teachers who have been teaching the same class for a long time, or a very long class. Something changing in the physical environment of the room. For example, usually we have a role play. Students just, look at each other and start role playing. Sometimes not even look at each other. Parented teenager. Well, with a parented teenager, I can understand that. But with some other situations, you kind of need eye contact at least, yeah? So they role play a conversation, fine, everybody's happy. But they've been sitting for 2 hours already, yeah? And it's even physically difficult. Why not just stand up? A simple action. Stand up, go to the corner, and have this role play in a different corner so that nobody can hear you. If you have luxury to have a big room, fine, but even if not. Sometimes, I just observed a couple of weeks ago, I observed a lesson in one of the companies where they had a very small negotiation room where they had lessons, but a wonderful corridor with a coffee machine, with snacks, water and everything. Say, why not do this role play outside the classroom? Yeah, just for a change. And have a coffee at the same time. Why not? Yeah? Okay, so changing a very simple thing. Here in this room, it's very predictable that the presenter is going to stand here. But in the classroom, does it always have to be the case? You can give a task to the students and go to the window and sit on the windowsill or near the windowsill. Okay, cultural norms and everything, yeah. Or conduct the class from behind. It changes the perspective immediately. Yeah? Think about it. Experiment with your classes. See what happens. It might be a disaster. I don't guarantee. Okay. Yeah. Another way, repetitions with your eyes closed. Okay, you are embarrassed when you want to drill something. Close your eyes. When you close your eyes, it's different. Can we close our eyes? And we're going to repeat some words after me. Okay, close your eyes. Quagmire. You were expecting something, yeah? No, I'm boring. But you will remember these words. Well, what else can we change? We can change the potential challenge. If we know that the students need a little bit more challenging activity, we can change the challenge, or less challenging, I mean, not necessarily more challenging. For example, gap fill exercises. Are they a normal practice in your class? Gap fill. Write in the gaps, complete the gaps, whatever. Sorry?
Student books always offer this.
Yes, exactly. There are plenty of them in course books. For a change, we can do it orally. Not with class. Okay, you'll tell me how to do that in class. I was actually going to do it just orally. I'm going to read something. Okay. We are working on the third conditional. Just for you to know. We are working on the third conditional, and I'm going to read some statements with infinitives. And you tell me how you would change these infinitives into the right form to make the third conditionals. Yeah, very complicated. You know what Henry Ford said on why the invention of the motor car wasn't a result of customer research? Do you know? Do you know what he said? Okay, listen. If I ask my customers what they wanted, they say a faster horse. This is what he said, and now we need the third conditional. Okay, I'll repeat my infinitives. If I ask my customers what they wanted, they say a faster horse. Now with your partners, what would be your sentence? Okay, who can give me a perfect third conditional sentence? Raise your hands, the volunteers. Would you? Huh?
If I had asked my customers, they would have said they wanted
A faster. Yes. That's why he did ask his customers, basically, and invented a motor car. What do you think Marilyn Monroe said about her life? Well, yeah, many things. One of them, if I observe all the rules, I never get anywhere. So what would be your third conditional? Talk to your partner.
Yes, she said yes.
So what did she say? Any volunteers? Yes, no? Okay, could you?
if she had observed all the rules, she wouldn't have got anywhere.
Wouldn't have got anywhere. Okay, excellent. And you can continue. What do you think? This is an exercise from a workbook. I just photocopied it yesterday, randomly, really. I just took it from a shelf and said, where do we have gap fills? Here you are. And I photocopied it, intermediate level. And they marked, some of the most interesting quotes I found. If I gave this to my students, would they find it more challenging or less challenging? Right, more challenging or less challenging? Why?
Because they can see the words.
They can see, and usually it's easier. Yeah, and they have time to think. Yeah, more time at least.
And they can copy.
That's
the easiest way.
Of course, there are modifications here again. I could have asked you to write the sentences. I could have asked you just to say the sentences. I could have asked you just to say the verb form and nothing else. Okay, for example. Again, you can play with the level of challenge that you think is appropriate for your class, because who knows your students better than you? Nobody. Maybe themselves, but they think so. It's an illusion. You know better, of course, because you're a teacher. So, again, this is something that we can do with a level of challenge. What else can we do? It's always a surprise to me when I say, oh, turning a sentence transformation exercise into an emphatic stress drill. Okay, it sounds daunting, but I'll demonstrate and probably you will understand. So, we are... Where is it? Yeah. Because, yes, here. This is an example. My arm is better now. I heard it last week. We're practicing relative clauses. My arm, which I heard last week, is better now. Makes perfect sense. Yeah. Now, let's repeat. My arm, which I heard last week, is better now.
My arm, which I heard last week, is better now.
When?
Last week. My arm, which I heard last week, is better now.
Whose arm?
My arm, which I heard last week, is better now.
Which part of the body?
My arm, which I heard last week, is better now.
You see what I mean? Now this long phrase, turning a transformation exercise into an emphatic stress drill, makes more sense. Yeah? Then the students do the same. They are doing their very typical activity, transformation, and they make relative clauses. And after that, they ask different questions like, whose aunt? Which relative? Lake, where, or whatever. You see, this is drilling for them. They are drilling the same structure, but they're drilling it in a different way because they emphasize different words. And they not only do they practice the relative clauses, which they do, but also they practice intonation and emphatic stress. They learn how to sound more natural, how to respond better, because it's a conversational pattern. When they say, oh, sorry, whose aunt? My aunt. Yeah? You see what I mean? So this is natural communication. You turn this transformation into something different. Is it more challenge? Is it more challenging, less challenging? What do you think?
More.
It's more challenging, and it also expands the dimension of the exercise. It's different, it becomes different, it has lots of layers now. Yeah? Of course it makes it more challenging. Good. Do we have anything else? I'm going to surprise myself. No. So this is basically it. No, I mean not this. Yeah. How can we change this goal confusedness? We can probably try. Well, a banana dictation. Do you know what I'm talking about? A banana dictation? To a certain extent, it's similar to our oral gap fill. Instead of the word in a sentence, I'm going to say banana. Yeah? And you tell me which word is banana. Arab speakers of English find it difficult to banana between the sound p and b. Distinguish, well done. You can do it as a competition, by the way. Students like it, yeah? It's kind of, again, noughts and crosses. Many British people banana their country as being separate from Europe.
Consider.
Yes.
What are them? Consider the right.
Name.
Many British people banana their country as being separate from Europe. Consider, yes, is good. Yeah, any other synonyms? View, maybe? Yeah, okay. Have you banana joining the army now that you are 16? Consider, very good, okay. People who are colorblind find it most difficult to banana between red and green. Not distinguish. Differentiate. Differentiate. So again, it's from the workbook. Insight, intermediate, I think. Oxford University Press, I need to acknowledge it. Yeah. So a simple gap fill exercise, it became a banana. Since it's the workbook, obviously it's revision. You can't do it with the words the students don't know. You can't do it with new vocabulary. But you can check your homework this way. They've done it already. Why not revise this vocabulary in a different way before you start the new topic or start the class as a revision game? So this is what you can do. The goal now becomes revision. Yeah? The goal of this activity, whatever the goal was before, just practice. Remember our broken telephone that we had in Norway, yeah? The broken telephone, how productive this activity was. What do you think? I said Norway. Yeah. Involving when you were saying that or listening to that or passing it on to others. How involving it can be in a group of 20 students. Can you imagine? From here to there. How involved is Natasha by the end of this chain? Not really, not really. Okay. Anyway, so you need to bear it in mind when you set it. Maybe for a small class, this broken telephone is good. For a bigger class, you need to change something. I suggest a modification of the broken telephone. Use it with a story. Okay? The principle is still the same. The challenge is much higher, but again, it depends on the level. You are not going to repeat one word, but you're going to repeat a sentence from a story. And it doesn't matter really whether you repeat it in exactly the same way. The most important thing that the message is delivered. Okay? Okay. We're not going to do it as an activity, but I'll show you the story because I think the story is good. So the first part of the story is the Japanese eat very little fat and suffer fewer heart attacks than the British or American. Can you just for yourself repeat it? Imagine that you did it with a broken telephone. Just for yourself. Okay. Now you close your eyes and we'll do it really like checking whether you can repeat it or not. Maybe it's too difficult, I don't know. I'm going to read it. Close your eyes now. I'm going to read it and you'll repeat it for yourself. Don't overdo it. On the other hand, the French eat a lot of fat and also suffer fewer heart attacks than the British or American. For yourself. Close your eyes. Don't read it. So the message, do they suffer fewer heart attacks or more heart attacks? The French. The French, fewer. We continue again. Close your eyes and repeat after me. The Japanese drink very little red wine and suffer fewer heart attacks than the British and American. Repeat myself. Is it becoming more manageable?
Yes.
Why?
The structure is repeated.
Because you know the repetition, you see? Okay. And now one more time, please close your eyes. On the other hand, the Italians drink lots of red wine and also suffer fewer heart attacks than the British and Americans. Okay. Open your eyes, yeah, something similar. What do you think the conclusion is going to be? Nobody knows this joke. Do you know this joke?
It was on Facebook.
What kills you?
No.
The conclusion is, eat and drink what you like. It's speaking English that kills you. A funny story, okay? It can be, again, arranged in many different ways, like you did, or close your eyes, or broken telephone, or as a running dictation. Have you ever done the running dictation? Yeah, who can explain the rules? We're not going to run. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, who can tell me what the rules are?
We
Yeah.
can just put on the wall back of the classroom the dictation, the target language sentence that we want to be written, and there are two teams of students, and each team should, one person is a writer, and a line of students, they just run.
Yeah,
And they,
it's a
they
running
need
dictation.
to, they don't write, only one person is writing, and all the other students, they just run and say
And
their
dictating.
Dictate,
You can alternate the students because one person writing it, again, it's very repetitive, you want to give them different roles, but it might be set as a team competition. Anyway, you can do it this way with a story, or why not exploring the same thing, a running dictation, for true, false statements about a listening activity. You know that you're going to have a listening activity, but you feel that your students need a little bit of moving. You can switch the purpose and the challenge as well to arrange this setting the task as a running dictation. Your 5 questions are outside the room, and they run, dictate to each other. Eventually, what's the product of this activity? What do they have eventually? They have the questions. They have the questions because they've just discovered them and written them down. And then what do they do with the questions? Yeah. True or false, listen and mark true or false, or answer the questions, depends on the task. So, you see, a running dictation is incorporated into a listening activity, which changes the purpose of this running dictation, but at the same time keeps the advantages of the running dictation. This one is one more suggestion, memory activity with a video to practice questions, answers. I don't think we have so much time, but I'll show you a short video, which is a fun video, I think, and then I'll tell you what kind of instruction you will give to your students. Right. When you're watching the video, you try to remember as many details as possible about the video. It can be colors, it can be anything. Okay. Well, I usually do it as a prediction task. Of course, I stop it before they show what exactly they advertise, yeah? And people have different ideas. Maybe they advertise cat food or whatever. Yeah, but then the fish starts barking, and then you realize it's speaking another language. It's about talking, eating and drinking whatever you want, yeah? Remember? Speaking English. Connection. Anyway, remember what I asked you to do? Yeah, to remember as many details as possible. As I said, we don't have much time, only 2 minutes left. That's why I'm going to tell you what I would do next with my students. One student is going to write questions about these details. For example, what color was the fish? Or how many times they moved eyes right and right and left? I don't know. How big was the bowl? What else can it be? You tell me. What color was the cat?
Was there any
Eyes. Sorry.
Was there any plants?
Exactly, the background. Yeah, different questions, and then the other person, they're watching the video one more time. Without looking at the questions, okay? One more time. And only after that, I put them in pairs, and the person who was writing questions is asking questions. The person who was trying to remember all the details is answering the questions. And then we'll see who has the best memory. We play it again and check. Yeah? So what kind of purpose does this activity have? What do we practice? Absolutely, yeah. Question answers, absolutely. Yeah, depending on the level, it can be adapted to any level, to be honest. Almost any level. It can be done at beginner level. Very simple question. What color, how many, how much, whatever. It can be more sophisticated, of course, with vocabulary, and the videos can be different. Again, we change something and we add the element of fun there, but the element of fun. The fun is the form, but we know why we are doing it. Remember? Purposeful fun. Okay, I think we are about to finish. Go back to our presentation. Oh, these are your quiz questions, by the way. I know you are earning some points. Yeah? Question number 1. Which theory claims that positive emotions help us to think in a more diverse, creative way, broaden people's attention and the way they think and act? Question number 1. And what does Schumann call the process of evaluating life events?
The first one,
Broaden and build, yeah? And evaluation of events? Appraisal of events, yeah. I don't know what am I supposed to do now with this. Nobody gave me any letters. I just don't know, really.
I can give you a hand. I got some letters.
Oh, you got some letters. Should I give it to everyone now? I don't know.
To choose the...
Only to your pets.
Oh, that's the least planned part of my presentation, really. Seriously, I don't know.
You can try that after in the corridor with the snake.
If you secretly want, I remember you did answer. If you secretly want letters, my English is excellent. So you can come up to me and get some. This is the bibliography for this talk, something that helped me to prepare. And in just a second, I will show you the contact of our school, and this is my email address. If you want this presentation, you can email me and I'll send it to you, okay, if you want it. And then you will see all the all the things.
Also, may I ask a question, please? It was really interesting to know that, of course, we know that all different students have different emotions, but if some students are not involved, I mean one student, for example, what should we do? Just ignore his emotions if he doesn't
I
like
think, well, it's the most difficult question. It's $1 million question, to be honest. I don't have enough letters to answer the question. You know, with mixed abilities and diverse classroom anyway, you have to balance. You have to try. The overall goal is to make everybody happy to the extent that is possible. We are not magicians, of course, yeah, but you know, to the best extent. Maybe find out what exactly the student doesn't like, or what is better, find out what they might like and include it in some activities to see maybe others will like it too, right? So this is basically how you can approach it. If you have more questions, you can always ask me during the break. And thank you very much for